All right. Welcome, everybody. We are live here at our series that we are providing you weekly for the Midwest Digital Marketing Conference, where we feature speakers that share their tips and tricks, marketing industry trends, and different advice that you can apply to your strategy. Today, we're going to be talking with Danny, who is a certified social media strategist and the creative and strategic thinker behind DM Digital, a digital marketing agency working with local brands in the US and Latin America. Today, we are going to be talking all about chatbots. So make sure to ask your questions below, and we'll be able to get to them as we go through and then also at the end. Danny, do you want to go ahead and give an introduction?
Hello, everybody. Hello, Marissa and Stephanie behind the scenes. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate your time, and I'm really excited to be sharing this conversation with you guys and giving you a sneak peek of what's to come at not just my presentation, but at the MDMC in St. Louis this April.
Awesome. Well, we do have a couple questions, so we're just going to dive right in. Is that all right?
Let's do it.
Okay. So first up, Danny, how is messenger automation making an impact with the brands you work with?
Well, wow, that is a loaded question. I can't spend the 30 minutes just answering that one question right now, but let me abbreviate that. So, messenger automation, we've all heard about chatbots, we've all heard about automation, and with these powerful tools now, brands are able to automate the way they communicate with their visitors, with their followers, right, with their tribe, in a way that is automated, but it also helps humanize your brand, right? So there's a fine line between automation and humanizing your brand, and that is what I want to marry in the conversation that I'm going to have at the MDMC. So to answer your question, the benefits that the brands that I work with are having with messenger chatbots are just so many. People are able to book tables through a chatbot for a restaurant. I'm currently building a chatbot for a medical office that we're going to be able to have patients come in, interact with the bot, right? Answer some key questions. And according to the answers to those questions, the bot will provide a solution, a tip, and perhaps a calendar for someone to make an appointment online. So a brand can answer frequently asked questions. A brand can have a multilingual chatbot, right? If you have a multilingual audience, you can ask, do you speak Spanish? Do you speak English? And then engage your audience in a way that matters to the end user. So with automation, you can do so many things. You can promote a book. You can increase sales. You can alert people when you're about to go live. You can increase the number of members on your Facebook group. You can do so many things with chatbots. There is really no limit.
Sounds like they're great for kind of answering some of those basic questions and improving the user experience from the beginning, right?
That is correct. And on the user's end, you can get answers to frequently asked questions, just as you said. But here's the kicker. On the back end, for the brand, when they take a look at the back end, at the data of these users, what they can do is they can actually micro segment that audience. Who of my audience are female? Who of my audience are males? What age group are they? What do they come to my bot for, right? What kind of answers are they looking for? And then as they interact with the bot developer, the person, the human who actually is overviewing this communication, these dialogues, is able to now serve ads, is able to now serve sequences that matter to the end user. So if I'm not sure if you ever interacted with a bot that is totally clueless about your needs. For instance, the other day I interacted with a fitness bot, and then a few days later, this bot sent me tips on how I can look better in a bikini. So So the person managing that bot is probably not very in tune with what it takes to actually have relevant, meaningful conversations with the end user. So that's what I'm going to be teaching about.
Right, trying to keep it as an authentically human experience as possible, but, you know, I don't know, maybe you'll show us how you look in a bikini on stage at MDMC. Who knows?
I don't think a lot of girls will love that.
Well, I'll tell you what, we know that bots are great at answering small single questions, getting people to give some information that can then be used to market to them in different ways. What are some things that people should not use bots for? Or if they're thinking about using a bot, what are things that they need to keep in mind and make sure that they're not doing?
Okay, so the first thing that I tell people about not to do when it comes to messenger automation with chatbots is not read the fine print. I mean, you have to read the terms of service, right? Facebook has terms of service. The messenger environment itself has its own terms of service. And whichever platform that you're using to launch these bots, then they have their own terms of service. So if you're looking to launch a bot, first of all, do your due diligence and do some research about, first of all, your audience. You must know who your audience is, right? It's interesting how a lot of brand owners and business owners are not very in tune with their audience. So I, as a marketing, as a social media strategist, I help them develop not just a chatbot, but where in the overall strategy does that chatbot fit in? So number one, look at the terms of service. And number two thing, I guess, not to do is don't have your front desk gal or guy at the front desk build your chatbot. Don't have an amateur just kind of, wing it, because if you have a large following, and even if you have a small following, if you violate those terms of service, that may change without notice. Your Facebook fan page can be shut down, can be banned. Not only that, but your ads account. If you're an agency and you have an ads account with many ads account under your control, you need to be careful. You need to be responsible enough to do your due diligence. Like, for instance, I'm working with a medical doctor right now. I need to know what the HIPAA regulations are in order to communicate or send sensitive information online, and how I can stay away from that. So look at the terms of service, the regulatory entities that govern whatever industry that you're working with, and for crying out loud, don't have just anybody build your chat, but it can get you in trouble.
I think you gave us a lot of things to think about right there. I mean, the terms of service, even people who are commenting in the chat window here, they're saying a lot of people don't even look at those. And the ramifications of not paying attention can be pretty deadly for your brand, right?
Absolutely, and especially nowadays with a hypersensitive consumer, hypersensitive media, right? When we open a Facebook account, we just go through the motions, but we always, I'm sure I'm speaking for at least 9 out of 10 people. We
Guilty.
never look, we never read those terms of service. We're making some of our data public to Facebook and whomever visits our profile, right? And there are some disclosures that you're agreeing to when you sign up for a Facebook account, for a YouTube account, for a Twitter account. And sometimes we don't read that, just like we sometimes don't read the application for credit cards and such, and then we pay the price.
Oh, I mean, once you really dive into the landscape, it can be pretty scary out there. And we've talked about a couple scary things regarding the bots, but what are some of the good things? Like, what are some of the key benefits that brands might see if they employ the use of a bot?
Well, if you are a small business owner and your time is very limited and your staff is always busy, with the implementation of a chatbot, you can automate some of the communication process internally, or if you can also automate some of the intricacies inside of your practice. right? From what I hear, people are saving time. People are saving money. A chatbot, it's like, put it this way. This is what I tell a lot of brand owners. A chatbot is an employee who will not take a day off. How about that?
I've actually heard technology be compared to another employee in the office because if people don't like them or they don't get along with them, it can be extremely detrimental. So, to your point about a chat bot is almost like another employee itself.
Absolutely, yes, it is. Um, you can schedule or you can have a patient cancel their appointment and reschedule their appointment without even talking to a human being, right? I mean, that is powerful for a dentist practice or a medical office. You can book a table without even calling the restaurant and asking for a reservation, or without the restaurant host or hostess taking on that phone call, looking at the calendar, and then going through those motions. So it could definitely save a lot of time. It could save uh, it could shorten the lead to sale process, or the lead to booking an appointment process. It shortens the distance and time between those 2 points.
I mean, I think one of the consistent things that I'm hearing is with the saving money and time, that saves money with people, and then that in turn save the business money, right?
Absolutely, it'll save a lot of money. And here's the kicker: you don't need tens of thousands of dollars to invest in this technology. If you find yourself a good expert, he or she can work with you. And these tools are really cool because you can start small, develop a chatbot that is user friendly, that is functional, that has been tested. And then once you have that sort of framework, the brand owner and your chatbot developer can work together into making that tool evolve and become smarter, become more functional, and continue to save costs.
Well, I guess I have an expert I can call if I ever need to, right?
Oh, yeah. We were just recently approved by one of the chatbot platforms as one of the agency partners. So we're really excited about that.
Nice. Um, I do have a lot of questions, and we're seeing more come in here. But one thing, I don't want to have you give everything away before your session. So, what can attendees expect to learn? And your session is titled Chatbots Are the New Funnels, Conversations Are the New Leads. What can people expect to learn from that?
Okay, so I will be debunking some old practices, and I'm not gonna present ludicrous conversations saying that email is dead or funnels are dead. That's not what I'm trying to say. No, chatbots are, however, the new funnels, right? We've noticed how email open rates are at an all-time low, right? People are not as excited to get email now as we were 10, 15 years ago. Remember, you've got mail, the AOL,
Oh, yeah.
jingle, and we would run to the computer or whatever. We would just get so excited that we got mail. Now we have thousands of emails that are unread, right? So people are not
Right.
opening emails, right? But they are, however, opening their messenger conversations, right? So that's what I'm trying to illustrate at the MDMC this April, on how the conversations, the messages within that messenger environment are being addressed, are being replied to, are being read, right? Rather than the old method with funnels, where you need to enter your email information in order to receive something, and then you get it, but you never open any other email after that, right? And conversations are the new leads. So I am a data-driven marketer. I hope that most of the marketers out there in the digital age are, right? And we get excited about the conversion rates and open rates and click-through rates and all these statistics, right? And leads and all that. but we sometimes fail to realize that at the end, at the other end of that screen or of these devices, is there's a human being, right? There's a human being with emotions and fears and ambitions and everything that we are failing to treat those people in a human way. We just want to convert them, right? They just represent a number or a percentage, but we sometimes fail to address the human side. So that's why I've decided to title "Chatbots are the new funnels, but conversations are the new leads." So in my presentation, you can expect and I know I don't want to give it all away right now, but you can expect a little bit about the evolution of the messenger chatbot. I'm gonna go back and dig some information, do some research on that. In fact, I've done a presentation or two on those, and what I like about this topic is that I can continue to evolve, that conversation from other conferences that I've been a part of into the MDMC. So we're gonna talk about the fusion between a chatbot and the human behavior, right? What drives us to make a purchase? What drives us to follow someone, right? So there's human emotions behind that, and as you know, we tend to make decisions based on emotions, not so much logic, right? So I'm going to illustrate that and how we can use messenger chatbots to engage that human side of the brain.
Wow. I just like sat there for a minute and I was just like, preach on, brother. That's so good. I mean, everything that you're saying, the human element, the evolution of it, I think that that's something that's really incredible. Are you going to be focusing mostly on the Facebook chatbot, or are you going to be talking about other platforms that you can build them on? Or
Well, that's a great question because I got a chance to be in front of Facebook execs at a chatbot conference. This was the first chatbot conference in Austin, Texas, called the Conversations Conference, and I got to be in front for 2 days. Many speakers, including two Facebook execs. And what makes that so interesting and important is that Facebook almost never accepts invitations to speak at a at another conference if it's not their own. Almost never. That doesn't really happen, but they did accept this time, and they sent two of their executives, high-ranked executives, within the Messenger product inside of
right.
Facebook. And I don't know if you've heard recently, but there have been some rumors and perhaps some official announcements by Facebook saying that they're looking to merge the Facebook Messenger with the Instagram Messenger and the WhatsApp
Yep.
Messenger, right?
I've heard about
So
that.
so we heard that months ago. We didn't hear it
We're
as
getting
an
the
announcement.
insider view right now, you
Well,
know?
we didn't hear it as an announcement because they steered away from making an announcement, but they hinted. They
Mhm.
hinted what's about to happen, and we kind of knew that. Those people who attended this conference, we kind of knew that, and so we're bracing for that to happen. So right now, I'm working with messenger chatbots within Facebook only, but we are eager to find out how Zuckerberg and his team is going to incorporate the implementation of all three channels with chatbots. So that's really cool, especially for Latin American audiences who use WhatsApp a lot more than Messenger.
Right. I was going to say that's something that is, probably not as adopted here. And so seeing how that can, take on more life is going to be really exciting. And I just have to say, like, you're not passionate about this or anything. I can tell.
Oh, don't even get me started. They're gonna have to take the microphone away from me at in St. Louis.
Well, I was going to say, what are you most excited? What are you looking forward to most about MDMC?
Well, so many things. So I've been to St. Louis before, and I had fond memories underneath the Gateway Arch, right?
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
actually ran my first 5K in St. Louis after an accident
Oh.
that left me in a wheelchair. So running that first 5K in 29 minutes, coming off of an injury, and running in my Converse sneakers, mind you, was very special to me. So going back to St. Louis and kind of reliving, that accomplishment, which took place several years ago. It's interestingly enough. Now, for me to be able to share my passion, share my knowledge, uh, just to anyone, really. I mean, it's really cool. I love doing what I do, but it's not about me. I am looking forward to hearing so many people, right, at this conference. It's about 100 speakers,
Right.
right? And if your next question is who's going to be my favorite speaker,
How'd you
I,
know?
here's here it is. Everybody who I haven't heard speak is my favorite one because I'm all ears, because I am taking notes, because they're gonna say things that I have no clue about, right? Because they're gonna come from a different perspective, either corporate or nonprofits, right, or educational, right? It's gonna be an outstanding event for me to be part of this conference that for the second year in a row was ranked one of the must attend conferences by Forbes magazine. It's mind blowing for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty incredible thing to be a part of. I can certainly say that, and we are getting all sorts of comments for you. I'm going to go ahead and read some of them. Um, Congratulations on the partnership. Uh, you're going to be surrounded by a lot of great people. That's one. Um, let's see. I think ultimately, we've got a lot of great topics coming up. Certainly, you're bringing us into the forefront here because automation is certainly on the top of mind of all marketers. And like you said, it can translate into so many different areas of marketing. So, this is going to be a really great event. We're looking forward to seeing you. If you have not got your ticket yet, everybody, I definitely recommend heading over to bestmarketingconference.com, and we will see you at Union Station April 16th through 18th. All right. Thank you so much, Danny. You did great. We're looking forward to seeing more of you. And make sure to leave your questions for Danny below because he will get back on and answer everybody. And we'll see you in April. Thanks, everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Marissa, Stephanie, and the rest of the MDMC crew. See you in St. Louis.